Hi guys, today I have a frequently asked question, and it's how I do my facial spray, my 6 Plus wannabe spray. I use this spray just on itself on my face, but I really love it because it's been really helpful for me. What I do is I mix water, like purified water. I use glycerin and rose water, and you can buy these on the Hispanic section of your CVS or any that kind of chain drugstore. I got this on CVS. It was like $5, no, less than $5, and it's 8 fluid ounces, so it's a very good amount. It's glycerin and rose water. That's what I use. I put a little bit of my Mario Badescu toner. I had a sample, and that is alcohol free, so it doesn't matter if it gets in my eye area because it's not too dry and it's alcohol free. And I also put a little drop of my Eden Allure argan oil. I put that into my facial spray too. And what I do is I put like 2/3 of the bottle. I use this color bottle because it protects the product, and I put 2/3, and then I mix in a little bit of glycerin with the rose water and all the ingredients that I told you about, and that's it. I just shake it. What do I use it for? Mainly, it helps me a lot when I'm applying this kind of cream foundations with I dampen the sponge with that, and I don't like. Well, I can use just water for that, but when I use this with powder products, I rather to use this because water makes the finish of those powders like chalky. So I use them. With cream foundations or concealer in the cream form that is kind of on the dry side, like this Ben Nye. These are really good, and they cover real well, but it's kind of dry-ish on the winter time. So yeah, I use it for that. Just put a little bit on my sponge, or even a little bit on my brush, and they go on really nicely. Also, what I do use it for is to apply my mineral foundation. It really goes on nice and blends beautifully, and it's so much easier without all that dusty thing that leaves when you're applying it. So I just put my mineral powder here on the lid, and I put a little bit of my spray on my buffing brush, and it goes on really nicely. I use it for that. I use it according to my the chalky blush video that I have, the rescue of a chalky blush, and you should check that video out on my channel, because sometimes we have inexpensive products like blushes that are no good, or we think they're not good, but if you apply just the spray on the brush and use it like, use that chalky blush, it goes on so smoothly, and it just behaves in a very different way. So that's that. I use it for blush. When I feel kind of really powdery before, going out of the door, sometimes you just apply your makeup and you let it sit for a few minutes, and it kind of blends into your skin. But if you're just going out and you don't have time to wait for that, if I put my powder, and then I apply the spray, and I just pat on the brush on my face, and it really evens all the powder products that I applied. It kind of blends them in, So I really like that trick. And another trick that I really like is using this spray with my contour powder, because it really makes it foolproof to contour. What I do is I just put a little bit of my contour powder, and I just take my powder and damp. I use it on my cheeks as I would use the powder, but trust me, this is a much easier way to contour my face. It's really foolproof when you do it this way. There's no way it won't blend it well, or there's just no way. It's impossible. And another way I really like using that spray is with my powder foundations. Sometimes I just need some concealer and a powder foundation, but I don't want to look powdery, and I want to make sure it blends real well. So I just take my foundation. This is L'Oreal Infallible. This is foundation powder. So make sure it's not a powder that it's like a finishing one, because that tends to have more talc in it, and it's gonna get chalky even when the spray dries. So you don't want to get that look. I just dampen my brush a little bit and swirl it on the powder, and just apply it. And again, it's really a foolproof way to apply your powder foundations without worrying if it's going to be too cakey or too powdery. That's not going to happen. And what else? Yeah, blushes, concealers. Yeah, I guess that's it for this powder. So yeah. And another trick that I had for you guys is regarding the brushes. When you have your big fluffy powder brush and you wash it and you want to get rid of all the water, and check out my brush cleaning tutorial that I have. It's very important that you get rid of all the water, all the dampness that you can from your brushes before you leave them right there just to dry. But sometimes when you're trying to get rid of all the water, against a towel or just swirling it like this, they get really a lot of stray hairs, like all messy, like it's so fluffed up, and you want it just the way it was when you got it. What I did is, there's the brush guards by Coastal Scents, but I wanted to do something for my Hispanic viewers or people in other countries that are not able to find the Coastal Scents brush guards. And because sometimes to their countries it's more expensive, just the shipping, than the product itself, so it's silly. And remember this kind of cloths for your kitchen. Okay, they're like $2 for a huge amount of this kind of cloths that are like, it's like it has a tiny holes in them, tiny, and it can breathe. So it's just for wiping counters and stuff like that. Well, what I did is I took a thread and I saw all this. I made like a seam here, so it's like a little, I close it, So what I do is I wash my brush, I remove all the excess water, and I use them as the brush guards by Coastal Scents. Just like this. Oop. So it keeps the hair in place until it dries, and once it dries, obviously, it's going to be perfect. The brush is just perfect, like the way you bought it. So, yeah, so it works perfectly. And those who are not, haven't been able to try the brush guards, just make your own with this kind of cloth that has tiny holes in them. This is my 217, and this is very, this gets a lot of fluffy and stray hairs when you wash it. So I just do the same thing with it. And it's pretty cool. So that was my tip for today, and I wanted to respond to that frequently asked question of how do you prepare your facial spray. And it can really be whatever recipe you come up with, because your skin is different, and you can put just water and a little bit of glycerin, or even your moisturizing lotion. So whatever feels good on your skin, just put it in there. Nothing can stop you. If you want to use just, for instance, water and Moroccan oil, or I don't know, more power to you. It's up to you. One thing that I wanted to mention is that if you're going to use glycerin is vegetable, so it's perishable. So you don't want to keep the solution for more than 2 weeks, because it can go bad. So just to keep that in mind. So I didn't want to leave without making a video. I'm going on a trip again for like 2 weeks, and yeah, so thank you for staying tuned. I hope you guys liked my new channel. I have all my videos, like the first thing you see is all the videos that I have uploaded, and I hope you guys find them helpful. And I just thank you for commenting and rating and subscribing. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you. Bye.